was absurd.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show. I am so happy to be broadcasting for you today. Welcome 2021. We are all here. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope that we have, some really positive changes going forward in 2021, because we've been through so much in 2020. So I'm wishing the best for everyone. And I thank you all still for those who support the show, watch the show, and provide me with feedback. Feedback is so important. I love to receive feedback from people who watch the show, learn something from the show, and just enjoy the show. So going forward, for those who don't know, I am a cast member of Juicy, and I felt it was very important. I know you may have seen a previous show where we had the Juicy crew on Just Give Me the Mic, where we was live at the actual studio, but I think that might have started season 4. That was season 3. Now we're going into season 4. And season 4, if you haven't watched it, please go to YouTube and check it out. SRE TV on YouTube, or just put up Juicy, the web series, and it should come up. But we just finished the season finale. It has been such a dope experience this year. Well, I can't say dope, but I want to say it professional. It has been a very great experience this year. Some great new cast members, great writing, great scripts, great cinematography, and just an overall great new cast members, and a group of cast members that work really hard to bring some really great shows to you. So I want to actually start airing the shows for those that do not have internet connection and who would like to see it on television. So I'm going to be airing it going forward, a couple of episodes from season 5. And I thought it was important that I bring on the people that are behind the scenes, some of the actors, and also director and film editor and the person that films the show, to give you a little background on, how it went this year. So I want to welcome my guests to the show, and we got Millimeter Mac. I'm gonna let them say their names when they come up, but if you want to follow Millimeter Mac on Instagram and social media, make sure you follow. I want to bring on Millimeter Mac and Elton Johnson, aka Wolf, into the show. So I want to thank my guests for joining me today. Yay, thank you. And you know what, I have to let you say your name, because it's funny. I'm like, I don't know his full name. I just thought about that, so I said Millimeter Mac, but I'll introduce yourself right now.
I got so many names. I go by Millimeter Mac when I used to rap 100 years ago, and Millimeter Mac Films. That I'm cool with that. The kids call me Pops.
Yes. Yes.
My name is Rasheed, so that's the government name. So anyone will do.
But I didn't realize that Millimeter Mac was your rap name, like your artist name.
Yeah, I used to be in a group called Strictly Roots, and my actual rap name was RMR from another group from the 80s. But what happened back then was, when you were under contract, we were on a contract with MCA. Mm-hmm. In order for you to be able to do features and different things like that with other artists, because they basically owned your name and your likeness, you had to make a surname. So if you were like, Ghostface Killer was Tony Starks. So everybody made that second name so that you'd be able to do other things, and the record company wouldn't be able to climb on top of your back to take money from you that you're working for. So I made Millimeter Mac for
that sounds like a serious name. Millimeter, right? You right, Wolf? What Millimeter Mac? Okay.
Millimeter Mac.
He must have been really laying it down back then. But, okay.
as a cameraman, most lenses are followed by millimeter. So Millimeter Mac is, I'm the Mac of the camera lens now.
Right. It just followed you all the way through. I see that. Okay, that's cool. And Elton Johnson, welcome to the show. And you played the infamous Wolf character on the show. Oh my God!
I don't know about infamous now, but
you are infamous. Infamous. I mean, everybody's trying to find you. You looking for people. It's a lot going on around Wolf.
Yeah, you making it hard for me, Coco. You
I'm
making it hard
trying.
on these
I'm
streets for me,
trying.
man.
I'm trying. I'm
Yeah.
spending a whole lot of money trying to get to you, Wolf. A whole lot of money, you know, and still nothing's happening. But let's talk about this last season, Millimeter. Rasheed.
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
Don't call me Pops, all right?
No, I won't call you Pop. I won't call you Pop. I'll leave that for the younger cast members. Huh?
Call me E for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, once again, shout out to Nelly. She was trying to log in. I hope she gets a chance to log back in because she's actually new to the family, and I would love to hear about how this whole experience was for her. You know, being a new cast member, but you know, season 4. Let's talk about it. Like how was it? We're gonna start with Rasheed. Like how. Like, was it what you envisioned? Like, how was this process this year compared to like the other years?
Every year came with its complications, and this season was, you know, not shy of any other season. My daughter, who's Zoe, she usually writes out the complete story, but what ends up happening is when you come with different characters and stuff like that, you know, you got different things that happen, and we got paused by COVID,
right?
So we couldn't shoot. A lot of different things happened. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. People had passed and stuff, so we just really had to just take a pause. So, but in hindsight, what that gave us was a little more time to come up with more stuff that we really wanted to do that we couldn't do because other people couldn't be involved any longer.
Mm-hmm.
We basically just, you know, revamped the whole story, and we came with a whole new thing, and just, you know, we laid on our main characters to carry it, like yourself and Wolf and Zoe and Cartel, and you know, so. It was a little rough because COVID smacked us pretty hard. But what we did was we just masked up and, you know, did what they said to do. We actually took advantage of 42nd Street being barren, and we got some dope shots. We actually couldn't put it into this season, but it'll be in next season.
Okay, very nice. I mean, because actually at the time you was like shooting Wolf and Juicy at the same time, so you was in high production at this point, you know.
And then we just got smacked right in the top of the head. Like we had to just pause. So unfortunately, what that did though was push the Wolf movie back. So what we had to do was incorporate footage that we shot from the Wolf movie into season 4, which kind of helped us stretch out the show because we normally do about 9 or 10 episodes. We did 14 this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
we did have a nice long stretch. I mean, you wouldn't even really know. You wouldn't even know that COVID was going on when you look at Juicy, right? Because it was a lot of content, a lot of action, and I see that you really push for locations. Like you went to Philly, like you were really moving around this season. I don't know compared to the other seasons, but I know that you seem like you had. That was like part of the goal to like really show variety within the content of the show.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to expand on it. And ironically, we shot that Philly scene a year ago. So it didn't even fall in within the scope of the COVID thing and everything. We had it in the can just waiting. So we were free and clear with that because we had that vision a long time ago. So yeah, we were supposed to do more stuff in Philly, but then like I said, we got interrupted. So, but we were still able to use it. And literally for the season finale, the 2 days before we put it out, I shot the last Philly scene.
Oh my goodness. Because I remember I shot a scene and then you were on your way to Philly, and that was like a day or two. Because I think it was like the show's coming out tomorrow. So, so that was really down to the wire. So when I got the email saying, "Oh, we're gonna push it back," I'm like, okay, I understand, because you were still shooting up until the day before, you know, it was going to air. And I must say, like, the scenes were authentic. Like we drove for that jailhouse scene that was like, you know, we drove like 2 hours And the scene was like, what, 2-3 minutes in the show. So, like I said, I'm just trying to highlight the effort that was made to really bring a quality product. You know, I'm quite sure there was many more examples, but that's my personal example. We got up early and we actually drove to make sure we was in front of the prison and everything was real. You know, we didn't find little spots to kind of stand in front of and make believe. We actually drove to one. So there was a lot of effort being made on a lot of different people to make this all come together. So Wolf, either one of you can talk about Wolf, tell people about Juicy a little bit before I start asking more questions.
Well, Juicy was a remake of Juice. It started off with the remake.
Let me introduce you nicely, brother.
Okay, good.
I'm the segue because we were talking about the effort that we put in as far as locations.
Yes,
our man E playing Wolf put in an extraordinary amount of time and effort into doing things and jumping over stuff and doing a bunch. So this guy right here that's ready to speak, he is an additive. Not that Coco isn't, but my man right here put in a tremendous amount of effort as well as I did to find things. So I'm gonna introduce my man like that.
Yeah. Right. So you would know that background because I've only seen photos of you in the woods. I'm like, what is going on? This man, right? I said, this man is really getting into this.
He brought stuff out of me that I didn't know I had, man. I'm telling you.
Good.
You know, it's a great opportunity working with Rash and the Millimeter Mac Film, you know, and Zoe and them because I love what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They're serious and it makes me serious, you know, just to see somebody like that to you know, come so many hours away every day just to shoot, you know what I'm saying? So it made me feel like this man is really serious, man. So I'm gonna get serious about this thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I see something in him, man. He's the man. He's the man, man. I really appreciate being, you know, part of the team. You know.
Now, is this the first time you've ever acted? Did you act prior to being in Juicy?
Not really acting. Like I told you before in the last interview, I was in a few videos. I was in Beyonce's video in 2011. They picked me out of a group of people and they had me doing little things here and there. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Right.
And I never really, you know, proceed on it. But then when I met Rash, we shot the movie 12, I believe. And he introduced me and said, yo, would you mind playing the part? And I was like, me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want me to? I was like, all right, I'll try. And I
look what happened. I won an award for it.
And the winner for Best Acting and Supporting is Wolf.
Yeah, man, that was amazing, man. I never won nothing, you know what I'm saying? So that was amazing just to, you know, experience that, you know what I mean? It was really dope.
So let's talk about how do you prepare for Wolf? What's your mental, like, how do you prepare to be Wolf? You know what I'm saying? What does it take? What goes into that?
I just really like, you know, get into the character. I kind of, you know, when I throw my black on, it's like the Wolf is coming out.
Once the hood go up, he transforms, right?
I transform automatically, man. You know, I'm just playing the character, you know what I mean? That's all it is, you know, just trying to get deeper into the character Wolf, you know, the things he went through and you know, his sister's getting killed and his mother, and see, you know, a person going through that will have tremendous craziness on their mind, you know what I mean? So I try to get into that mode. You know?
And I definitely want to give a shout out to Seven because she played your mother this season and she did an incredible job. Yeah. So how did you feel about the chemistry of that? Because it wasn't like you was the tough guy when you was with your mother. You know, you had to really show a different side. Right. You had to show that sensitive side and that and then you had a girlfriend this season you got to really interact with. So how do you think that like affected, or like how do you think that was shown to your audience as far as you had to show the tough guy in the streets and then you had these two ladies now that was a part of your character and your scenes that you had to show a different side of Wolf to? Like how was that for you?
It just showed two sides of Wolf, which is I do have that anyway in me. All of us got two sides, you know what I'm saying? And it just it came out when it came out, you know, having a girlfriend and my mom's. I love my mom, so I'm gonna treat my girl, you know, the same. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope, man. I just like the experience, man. Just changing characters and just seeing the versatility in Wolf. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I liked. That was so great about it. You know, I love it. I love it. I love acting, man.
So do we have Nelly? Is Nelly actually here? She's is she in the green room?
I don't think she came up. I ain't see her.
Because I'm getting chats, but I'm not sure if she's here, if she's not here. So just let me know when Nelly's ready, or you could just pop her right in, because I definitely want to hear from her. There she goes.
There she go, Nelly. Yo.
Nelly.
Hi, Nelly.
Treating me like a stepchild.
Oh no! Like I left you outside, Nelly, like that.
Yeah.
We wasn't sure. They was actually texting me, and they was like, "Well, just say her name." Okay. All right, so I know you home, you know, cooking and getting ready to do your thing, but I wanted to talk about your character because Nelly was actually one of my favorite characters this season. She was definitely one of my top 3. And let's talk about this experience for you, Nelly. Introduce yourself and tell us about how this experience was for you. Can you hear me, Nelly?
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah,
now I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
It's a little broken up. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, yes.
My experience was amazing. I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still excited, and it's over. Well, season 4 is over, but I'm still excited.
So did you ever do any acting before?
You said, have I ever acted before?
Mm-hmm.
I did like a little bit of acting, but nothing like this. This is way more serious. It's way more scripted than before. Everybody's more together than before, and I'm doing actually more than I was on the other show. So this is totally different.
Okay. So let's talk about your character. Tell us a little bit about your character. And
I don't know. I don't know who that person is. I don't know who that.
Let's talk about it, because she was straight gangster. You know, we met her in prison, you know, and then she came out with some things she wanted to do. So, you know, what was Nelly's objective? Like, what was Nelly trying? What was her main thing?
Bad service. Hold on.
They wanted her to turn. Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay. Oh, we lost her? That's why I was trying to ask her questions. All right, but we're gonna keep it moving.
I'll answer some of that question for her until she comes
back. Okay.
So Nelly is definitely not that character. She's really a sweet person.
Yeah.
But what I did for most of the people was I saw who they were and figured, all right, if somebody wants to say this person can act, the only thing that would make them believe so is if you turn into somebody totally different than who you are, like yourself, Coco. You all smile.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, stop smiling.
OG Coco.
That is true. That is true.
But no, I had to just, like what I do with everybody, I just tell them, look, this is the person that you need to be, and try to envision it. If you know a character from television or a movie or something like that, become that. So it seemed like I'm like the puppet master, but I'm really not. Once I tell you guys what to do, all of you guys make this happen. So I got to take my hat off to all of you guys, because you guys do a great job. I just kind of orchestrate the band, but you guys are the players, so I can never take credit for that. And that's what they did.
I want to ask you, what was your favorite scene this season? Give me your top 2. I have to, because you're the one that you filmed it and then you put it all together. So you can tell us what either the top 1 or 2 scenes are and tell me why. What did you like the most about the scene? And, I'm going to leave it right there.
I got to give at least top 4, because there was a lot, right? Ironically, in this last episode, Tony Styles, Lace, and Wolf, when they got together, Tony Styles did a good job, man, because it was really
did.
It was cool, it was laid back, and then it got ferocious real fast. So that scene right there, that was pretty dope. The scene with you, Cartel, and the hip.
Oh yeah, that was funny. that was dope.
One of my best scenes. Oh, actually, that has Pernell in it also, because he was a part of that segment. So it was you, Wolf. I'm sorry, not you, Cartel, the Hitman, Pernell, who was Bishop, and then I'm gonna mess up his name, and I hope you don't kill me. He's a comedian. His name is Ken, Fun Size Ken, something like that.
Oh, right.
That was a great scene, because it was funny, but it was really a serious deal.
Right.
And then go all the way back to season 1, the finale of season 1, where Dawn, Zoe, and Bella met up at the end.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty heavy, because it was like, it all came to an end, and it was like, all right, so what's it gonna be? Which ended up being the catalyst for Wolf showing up, because
right, because his sister got injured, so he had to come seek revenge.
Yeah.
And try to justify, find the person that killed his sister. So
and then
after that, Wolf was born.
Yeah, I would say my next scene from there would be, which probably people might not remember, but when Zoe and Dawn went in the graveyard and they were talking to one another, but Dawn was dead, that was kind of heavy.
That was dope.
But what nobody knows is that while we were in there and they had that scene, they were actually talking about something that was almost realistic. So Dawn, when she wiped her eyes, she was actually crying because the conversation was like that.
Wow.
So she actually teared up. I mean, granted, we were in a cemetery, but she actually teared up because that conversation was kind of real.
Oh wow.
So that was heavy for me too. So that's my top 4. But I like everything. I mean, I'm biased.
I mean, no, everything was actually good, but there's always, like, I've had some real finales where it ends and you like, wow. Like, I feel like Juicy brought out a lot of different elements. You'll be laughing, and then it'll leave you with that cliffhanger, like, yo, I can't wait till the next one comes out, and then like that Thanksgiving, like,
that was dope.
But who would think that somebody would show up to somebody's house
on
Thanksgiving? Like, it was some of the things like, who has the gall to do that? You know what I'm saying? So y'all really pushed the envelope. It was like you brought suspense to a holiday season. You know what I mean? So that to me was very creative and it was very different. It's like, look who's showing up for Thanksgiving dinner. But it's been some great moments though.
So let me ask this, because the two of you were in that scene. That Thanksgiving scene was pretty heavy, and Wolf pulled out some crazy emotions. So I'm gonna ask both of you, what did you feel in that scene? Because Wolf pulled out some real heartfelt stuff, and you came in, Coco, like a crazy woman.
You definitely did, man.
How y'all feel about that scene?
I mean, first of all, I love the OG. Shout out to the OG. because she's totally opposite from me, and like you said, and that's like a real alter ego for me now. Like, it's like I'm looking to do more for her, but for that particular scene, I pictured that would be something that she would do. She didn't have no fear, right? She was used to running in the streets or whatever, and she's going to protect who she loves. So why not? Why not show up for Thanksgiving? I just thought that was appropriate, and I wanted to get Wolf, and his guards would be down, so to speak, because he's with the family. So I felt like, when I saw the script, I'm like, this is dope. This is the perfect opportunity to sneak up on somebody and try to get him, So I liked how when I finally saw everything, because I know my part, but I didn't know what Wolf was actually doing in the bathroom. So to see his reaction to hearing my voice with his mom, and he's like, what? He's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? So the way everything was put together, I felt it was really, really, dope. That was a really big scene for me. What about you, Wolf?
Yeah, that was dope, man. Like I said, Rash is mad creative, man. Like, the scenes he come up with, I'd be like, wow. Like, all I could do is be like, yo, he's amazing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that scene was so dope, man. Like, just seeing how my mother hit the ground, it just brought out emotions. Like, for real. My daughter seen it. My daughter's 2 years old. She started crying, y'all. She's like, oh. I was like, damn, cut it off.
She see you in pain, right? She see you in pain. She like thinking somebody.
Yeah, it was so realistic. So that was crazy. You know what I mean?
Word. No, it was really, really good. And I'm just like, the new cast members, that great great guys. Like,
Yeah, we got a good team.
you know,
man.
Buck Bundles, I like his role.
Oh yeah,
I like
I love Buck Bundle. That's my
with
dude.
him and you know, Zoe. I love
Cartel,
Bella. Cartel, definitely. You know,
He's
that's my
dope.
brother. So, you know,
Yeah,
I wish
definitely.
we would have I wish I would have had a little bit more interaction with Cartel. And I
Yeah,
wish
right.
that I would have had another scene with Pernell, which you already know. I wanted to be with but Pernell just brought shout out to him because he just
Pernell's a beast, man.
he's a beast. Like every
he a beast.
scene you see him in, he brings 1,000%. Not and everybody does, but Pernell just got that extra. Like he's that annoying cop. Like you like just get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
He's ill.
Get out of here, and he's everywhere, and he's on top of it. But I love the way you slid up on him in the last episode. Like, look, okay. Park this car, get out, take your ass home. You know, like I had enough of you running around town looking for me. Word. And you know what? He got it. Right? That's what he did.
Like, yo, that was so funny. He's like, yo, I'm still sure not the execution. And that, like, I'm like, wow. He's a beast, man.
Yeah, he's just awesome. So Nelly, I mean the girls element around
Nellie's
Zoe.
Dope.
Nelly's dope. From the jailhouse scene doing the push-ups to the end. Yeah. With her meeting that CEO in the hallway. Like crazy.
You can see the dedication in certain people. Like, you know what I mean? When you're working with them, you can see the dedication and you see the hunger, you know what I mean? And she definitely has that. She definitely has it, man. Yeah. You know,
I love Bella too because she had that feistiness, you know.
Yeah,
that was real. That was real. I did that scene with her in the hallway. I'm like, I got a gun, lady. You know what I'm saying? And she's still like, what's up? What's up? I'm like, what? So I mean, it was a good.
I'm just so upset that it's over, man. I'm ready to keep shooting, man.
We need like 2 more episodes. We need a part 2 and part 3 of the finale, Rob.
Yeah.
Well, season 5.
Season 5, okay.
Season 5.
I hope you don't eliminate me, bro. I know you said you about to get rid of it, but I don't know. I ain't gonna let them know nothing, man.
We definitely gonna do that. I got the thumbs up from Zoe, so
okay,
we officially doing season 5.
I'm never gonna get my hands on her because the last scene, she tasing shit out of me. I'm looking like a pussy to everybody.
Right.
They like, yo,
she zapped you real quick, right?
Yo, she just zapped me, man.
Only thing I can say is that from what she's written up until this point to what I've kind of suggested is that this is probably going to be the best season out of all of them because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be answered, and then there's a lot of accountability, and then there's going to be a lot of all of the revenge and all of the because every comment that comes up on YouTube that's not negative, I take it in. And I internalize it and go, all right, cool. This is what the people want. So some of it's ridiculous, and then some of it is like, all right. So we take that all in, and then we go, all right, this is what y'all want. All right, cool. This is what we want to do, but we definitely gonna listen to what you guys want, and then we're gonna do that. So there's gonna be a lot of people who are casualties in season 5.
Okay.
Season 5
down, y'all. It's going down.
I hope I make it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I don't know, Coco. Yo, listen, you been coming at me hard, man. I gotta get at you, man.
You how you get away? Like, how you get
away from me, B? Like, yo, that's crazy, man. You had the other hitman on the low. My man Sick, you know what I mean? He was on me. It's crazy.
This season, I got to do better this season though because I lost a lot of money and you still walking. I don't know how that's happening.
Man. I gotta get revenge
I
on
want
my
to
mom.
shout out quite a few people, as many as I can.
Please.
So we have Sick, who is the masked person that was kind of floating around. Bima, that's Bima, the third girl. She ended up getting hit by Tef. White, Abu Dhabi, Dennis, who plug him in. Dennis is from Bad Boys. He was in season.
Oh yeah.
Not season. I'm sorry. Bad Boys 2 and then the Bad Boys 3.
Oh, okay.
He's doing his thing, man. He's a real.
Yeah, he's a good kid, man. He's all right, man. Let's see. Of course, Pernell.
Chris Robb, right? Chris Robb.
Chris Robb. He's the guy that got jumped in front of Castle Hill.
Yeah.
Right.
he ain't really get jumped because he
right.
handle him.
He's putting the beats on them young boys.
It look real.
Nelly's sister in the show, the young lady who Nelly sat on the bench with, her character was Mimi. She's actually somewhat of a seasoned actor. She does theater work and stuff like that.
I just saw her yesterday too.
Okay.
Yeah. The young lady who played Cartel's girlfriend that got shot in the car. Quite a bit. If there's somebody that I'm forgetting, I'm sorry.
The Hitman, you know the Hitman.
The Hitman, Lamont. Yeah, he's a beast.
Right.
And one person I got to give a shout out to is Makeba, because she died in the show and came back as her twin sister.
Yeah, that was dope.
Shout out to Makeba. Right.
Yeah. So I really like everybody in the show from the beginning to the end. You know, there's always some hiccups, but I always say that the show doesn't work without the people and the personalities and the dedication. So you know, I like all the kids in the show and the adults, of course. You know.
One thing I wanted to say too is, like, from the time that you first started, right? Like, it wasn't that many. It was a lot of popular web series, but not that many. But I'm just saying that to mention, like, you know, 3, 4, 5 years later, the show's numbers is still doing really well. Like, sometimes people lose some of their audience in between the time where they're filming and creating a new show. But it's like you have a dedicated supporters, and they always want more. And the numbers is still really, really well, even though the competition is still rising. Right. So that's a beautiful thing for Juicy, you know? Some people can't pick up those numbers. The finale had almost 10,000 views in 2 days.
It's already right now. I just look like
right. It's like in 2 days, it was like 9,000 or something, and that's 2 days. So that's really, really good.
That I can attribute to what the people say. Like I said, I read the comments. They literally say, thank you for coming back and thank you for being consistent. Because for the most part, the show comes out every Thursday. There's some hiccups that have occurred, of course, but I feel like if we're gonna do something, we gotta do it the right way. So I'm probably the most annoying person of everyone in the crew, because it's like, look, we got to do this, and there's no money involved in it for me per se. I mean, you can make money off of YouTube and stuff like that, but we like doing what we're doing. That's why everybody that's involved does really well, because they love what they do. So I feel like, you know, I want to entertain people, and there's lessons in Juicy, even though people don't really get it sometimes. But that's the purpose of the show, to entertain, make you laugh a little bit, make you get angry at characters, and to be like, all right, I grew up on the Cosby Show and Different World, and I didn't really grow up on that, but you know, maybe like Sanford and Son.
Yeah, that's my joy.
You know,
I love Sanford and Son.
Right.
To see your show come back and have something that you can relate to, that's all I want to do. So some of the gun violence is like, sometimes it may be a little over the top for some people, but it's happening. The Bronx and Brooklyn is rocking with gun violence, unfortunately. In Chicago, we got a good fan base in Chicago too. So I guess as far as like keeping the numbers and stuff like that, is just that we've been consistent and people rock with us, because we're not just telling one specific thing. We kind of like branch out. It gets a little diverse, because the story every season changes to something else.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I wonder I'm looking forward to see what's coming up. And also shout out to Mark City Visuals, right?
Yeah, Mark City.
Oh man, shout out to Mark City. And
he's a beast too, man.
Yeah. We actually got to see him in some of the scenes, as well as Rash also in it. But I was like, look at Mark, you know, he was out there being a cop, you know.
Mark has been a cop since season 1.
Wow.
Because he arrested Bella out of the club when we was doing because Hocus was doing.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So, but as far as this season, this is his first, right? This is the first. Yes. Okay.
But what I did though, that I don't know if people picked up on it. When he was a cop in season 1, he was with Stacey Monique, who plays a detective. they're in the same scenario again in season 4. So I'm trying to keep continuity too.
Yes. They was partnered up in the finale. The finale was just so dope because it definitely, I could see you wrapped up so many different situations. Like, okay, but what about this? And it's like, boom, that's how that. It's like, okay, what's next? Okay, what about that? So it was definitely a conclusion to everything that we've been watching all season long.
Yeah, and I couldn't conclude everything because I knew that we were probably going to move into the next season. So it's like, if I wrap up everything, it's over. There's nothing to do.
Right. Well, look, I'm looking forward to it. Any other projects? I saw that you had a promo for a new upcoming comedy show. So tell us about that a little bit.
That's called The Break Room. And my youngster Zoe, she wrote that. This is kind of like her brainchild. She wants to do. She wanted to do a comedy that wasn't like involved in like neighborhood nonsense. She just wanted really to have fun.
It's lit, bro. They got a new hire named Charlie. Fire. I'm on that. I know
you're gay, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro, like, I'm not gay.
You cannot do that.
Look, I'm not gay, all right? 100% not gay. But if being gay gets me closer to Charlie, I'm gay.
Whether you work in an office, whether you drive a truck, you work at McDonald's, you work on Wall Street, everybody's got a story about when time is off and then characters at work. So that's kind of what she did to make it funny.
Yo, I think Shane is a snitch.
Why, you a snitch or something?
Yeah, it was me. I'm the snitch. And honestly, I really don't even care, bro, honestly, because me and Jerry can't be selling the same stuff on the side.
I hate that dude. I really don't like the way he moves. Something real funny about him. You can't really trust somebody who got fake hair.
There's a host of comedians in there, and that's going to be a pretty funny show. It's not going to be on YouTube. There's going to be on some other networks, but we're going to work that out so even our YouTube people will be able to get to it and work it out.
Okay.
And the next movie is Wolf, of course. We're getting back to that Wolf movie.
You going back to Wolf?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's dope.
I got to make
so much fun, man.
He got to get his movie and do his thing.
I appreciate you, man. I definitely do.
Yeah,
I love working, man. I love doing what we do, man. I appreciate it. Absolutely. I love working with all of you guys, man. For real.
Exactly.
And we just playing characters, guys.
What was your favorite? What was one of your favorite scenes this season?
I like the Thanksgiving scene. That was dope. That was really dope. I like that. To see my daughter react that way, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And she's only 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people were actually at home watching that. And, because it was a holiday season, the timing was on point, you know. Yeah. And a lot of people saw that. People were sending me clips to my phone, and my kids are getting actually hit up from their friends like, your mother in Juicy? Wait a minute. So that's kind of funny because they don't really talk about it. So they like, wait a minute, I know that lady. Like, they know me from Just
Everybody
Give Me the
love
Money.
you, Coco. They love you. Like you the Harlem world right over here, man. Harlem world.
Oh my gosh.
They think you really from Harlem. They think you really from Harlem.
They thought that I was from Harlem?
Everybody think you from Harlem for real.
Yeah.
That's why I be letting people know we are playing characters, guys. This is just
don't look for me in Harlem, okay? You will find me. Right.
Yeah, man.
No, I really love it. I really love it. So we got Wolf coming out next. Look out for The Break Room. And anything you want to say to the people that's been supporting Juicy, or anything that you've learned that you probably do different next season, or anything that you want to end the session with, to the people out there.
I definitely want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting, watching. I read the comments, so you can comment. I got a profanity filter on there, so you gotta chill. Yeah. But I read those comments. I appreciate the feedback because that helps me to do more with the characters. And I also forgot we're doing one more. We're doing a biopic of my old group, Strictly Roots.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be legendary.
Yes.
Coco's playing my mother.
Yes,
wow, that's gonna be dope.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, as far as fans, man, I appreciate the support. People tuning in, they sharing it, they, you know, giving feedback about the characters. So, you know, that helps out. I mean, because I got what I got in my mind. Zoe has what she has in her mind. But you know, we not shooting the show for us. We shooting it for the people, and you know,
right.
you got to make sure that they get what they want. And
Right.
And I appreciate everybody that's been in the show, man. I appreciate you guys, man, because this is like family, and you know, work, but we got to play sometime too and feel good about it. So I'm glad that y'all are happy with the show specifically.
Yes,
But,
yes.
And you know, of course, shout out to the Bronx, the whole Bronx, because that's the foundation.
Bronx in the building.
Right. Bronx is in the building. BX, right? That's right. That's where I'm from. That's right. That's where we from. But and you, Wolf, any last words you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone, you guys, man. It was great meeting you guys, man. I met some great people in this, you know, during this process. And Rash, man, I love you. You know, you my brother all day, man. I appreciate working with you, man. For real, Coco, you too. I love you too, man. I really appreciate it.
Right. We like, this is a real family. Like that chat room for Juicy is nonstop all day.
Word.
You know. And before we end, I really want to give Zoe a shout out because she is a young woman out here doing something positive with her creativity. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't have the discipline to write and to do the things that she's doing. She's bringing her friends in. She's helping her friends to grow. She's always looking for ways to help people to expand. And this is all positive, you know? All positive. So most of the people that I've worked with in web series, they're older, you know? They're like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. And then they go back and they do it. But to see a young person doing it and bringing in like-minded individuals and everybody's growing from this is really, really a great thing. So shout out to her. She actually has a book out. Where can you know where you could get the book?
Yeah,
on Amazon.
Yeah, Bad Decisions. And I think there's gonna be a bad I know there's gonna be a Bad Decisions too. I'm just not sure if that's gonna be the title. And you know,
I don't know when she has time to write. I don't know when she gets
hustling,
this time. I don't know.
She at work right now, so well, not right now, but while we're doing this, so that's why she couldn't be here because she's at work. So you know, but that was me, you know. My grandfather from Jamaica, so you know, if you don't have 40 jobs, you're above.
Well, I must be part Jamaican too, because you know, I show up with a laptop. I don't care. Like I've been trying to make it happen. Like, can you film? Yes. Are you working? Yes, but I can film. Right? Nothing stops that. I will put it on pause and do what I got to do because you have to follow your passions, right? People use COVID or all these different things as excuses. There's a way you can make a way to do the things that you love. Like you have to be fulfilled. Like I am always. That's how I'm always smiling because I'm happy. I do the things I want to do. I move how I want to move, and sometimes I may not work for everybody, but it works for me, you know? And I'm really, really happy. I'm proud of the things I do. Even if I flop, I'm at least proud of the fact that I tried, you know? That I tried and I'm not fearless about it. And it's okay. You know, it's okay if you know, you learn and you build and you grow and, you know, you just keep it moving. But, you know, that's why I love the challenge. I'm anxious to see, like I said, this is so exciting for me to wait for a script, to do the script, to watch it. It's like a 3-part process, you know? You got to learn a script, and then you got to act it out, bring out the best version of what you see in words, and then you have to wait and see how it's all put together. So the whole part of this process is exciting, you know. But Rash did give me some important advice the last time we spoke, and it was like you really can't jump on everything. Like at first I was like so excited, I want to do this, I want to do that, because I wanted to like test myself in different waters, but I'm really going to move a lot more focused in 2021 because I got to weed out what I like and what I don't like. You know what I mean? So I can kind of really pinpoint what works for me at this point. So I'm happy to be at that level, you know. So I know I'm talking after we done said, you know, but support Juicy. And like I said, shout out to Nelly. We lost her, but make sure you check her out on social media. Where can they follow you, Rash, on social media? And then E, did you give your social media as well?
You can find me at Millimeter Mac Films on Instagram, Millimeter Mac Films on Facebook. What else? I don't know. The kid usually runs half of that stuff. Yeah, those are my 2 social media platforms. And you see us out in the street. You see me, you can speak, man. You know, if you see us filming, just wait. But you can speak to me wherever you see.
Definitely.
We are. Everybody's approachable. Everybody. We're so happy to hear the feedback. It feels so good. It's nothing better than having somebody come up to you and say, you know, I love you. It's nothing better. Right? It's nothing better than that. So, and where can they follow you?
You can follow me on body_transformers. That's my Instagram. You know, that's what I use right now. You know,
okay.
You can check out my. I got a channel with me and my fiance. I think it's called Tay and Elton. Hustle with Tay and Elton. Yeah, we got a lot of little jokey stuff we do on it with the family. We have a good time. You know, it's dope.
I see some skits. It look like you're having a really good time. I think the last I saw was a grant. Like y'all was sitting and you was in the chair. It was a man on the couch. Was he asleep or something was going on? But
you gotta watch it because we do pranks and all that. Like you gotta watch the fall prank we got up there with me and my girl. It's about to be 4,000 already. You know what I mean? Views. So it's funny. It's funny. She caught me out there.
You got caught out there?
Yeah, she pranked me, yo. It was funny as hell.
Oh my gosh!
Because we do mukbangs and all that on our channel, and she did a fall prank on the channel while we was eating, and it just was stinks so bad. It was funny. A lot of people like it, so.
Oh my God!
It's about having fun, Coco. That's it, man.
It's about having fun.
I'm enjoying my life at this time in my life, you know.
Can I jump in and say one thing?
Yes.
I think this is super important for why we came back so strong with more episodes also, because of this COVID thing, and people are super depressed out here. People are losing folks.
Right.
This is really not a really nice time for a lot of people. So that really pushed us to do more, to be like, all right, people sitting at home, let's give them something so that they can step out of this nonsense and just laugh. Or hate Wolf or love Wolf or hate Coco, whatever it is, just
use me. I don't mind.
Something else, because people really hurting out here and they need something else. So that's definitely why we coming back again with something else, just because it's helpful. You need to see something else because there's too much nonsense going on right now.
Right, man.
Right.
I don't want to be preachy, but you know, that's just
but it is really true. A lot of people need that escapism, whether they're part of Juicy, whether they're watching Juicy. It's definitely, we need that, you know. So I want to thank you both for joining me. And like I said in the beginning of the show, the reason that I asked them to come and join me today is because we're going to start airing some of the episodes of Juicy. I can't really say which season as of yet. I'm waiting for the footage from Rash. Okay, Rash, I need that footage. Okay, so we're going to start airing next week. So directly after this episode, I want to welcome the first finale of Juicy, y'all. And again, follow your girl, Debra Coco, on all social media. Just give me the mic. Catch us on YouTube, subscribe, and enjoy some of the shows, y'all. And I want to introduce Juicy, the web series. Check it out. Enjoy.